From the great state of New Jersey, ladies and gentlemen.
Please welcome Maya Siebert to the program.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Boy, this is unusual. You're too hot to be on this show.
Why, thank you.
I mean, you got Hugh the polar bear, you got Alex, I'm not sure how you're gonna fit in over there.
Yeah, that's all right.
You're not your typical big burly truck driver. How tall are you, Maya?
I'm 5'4".
5'4". 5'4".
A whopping 5'4".
And you get to the pedals okay?
Yeah.
Wow.
We have some of those trucker cushions to sit up on.
Actually, I sit with all the air out of the seat. I like to sit as low as possible so that nobody can really see me.
Oh. Is that safe?
Sure. If I have the skills, absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know much about truck driving. I like to watch it, but I could never do it. I'd be right in the ditch or through the ice with my
Yeah, you would.
Now, you love truck driving so much. Don't you have a truck tattoo or two on your body?
I do. I have a tattoo of a Kenworth logo on my neck.
Wow.
And that was my most recent tattoo. I had a Ford tattoo years ago. So I was a big Ford girl.
How old were you when you decided you wanted to be a truck driver?
I have to say I was probably about 5 years old.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, most little girls don't say, I want to be a truck driver, like a big rig truck driver.
I don't hear that much.
No.
Well, you know how it is. You're on the highway, and you see the trucker, and you're like, oh, blow the horn, and you're all excited. That was me, so.
So you were fascinated with trucks, and your parents would get you the little model trucks, and you sit on the floor and tool them around?
Exactly. I remember my mom she got me this little truck, and it had like these claws that came out of the tires, and I was so scared I would cry, but I still played with it.
Now, did you actually grew up in New Jersey?
Yes, I grew up in New Jersey.
So you started driving in the city when you were pretty young?
I did, yeah. 3 years ago I started driving, and it was definitely scary. There's many times where I wanted to quit because I was so scared, but I knew that it was a dream and it would get easier, so I stuck with it, and it became easy. So I took on the challenge of the ice road to keep me excited.
Keep your skills sharp.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I actually have some friends who are truckers, and they have told me just unbelievable stories of stuff that have happened on the road. What's some stuff that we do in cars that you've seen?
Oh my gosh, I've seen it all. I'm constantly cut off. The classic thing is like driving on the snow and the ice and around the city, and I guess like cars just don't realize what they're doing. They're just concentrating on where they're trying to go and not about the truck behind them because they don't know. We can't stop. We can't hit the brakes hard. We'll lock up. So a lot of times they'll cut in front of me, like literally 2 feet in front of my bumper, and hit the brakes in the snow. And I'm like, my heart drops. I'm like, oh my gosh.
So we shouldn't do that.
Exactly.
Yeah, no kidding.
Good advice. I don't drive. I don't know. It's good advice. Thank you.
Well, listen, New York City's one thing, but now you got cliffs and hairpin curves and avalanches to deal with. What's scarier? Trying to go down a street where idiots are double parked or facing an avalanche sign?
Really, it was driving on the ice road. That was the most scared I have ever been. I mean, it's totally different than, there's challenges driving in the city, but there's also, it's a totally different world and a total different way of driving up north.
Kind of lonely, too, I would think, because you have a crew with you at this point, but, out there when, you're in the city, there's people all around, but it's very isolated where you are, right?
It really is. The only thing that's up there is fellow truckers on the haul road, but sometimes you don't see anybody for, like, the whole entire day.
Right.
But it's totally different up there. It is a different world, and it's really a trucker's world up there. It's totally different from New York, where everyone's like, yeah, just a dirty trucker, whatever, they're in the way, and there's a lot of respect up there and recognition for truck drivers, and I wish there was more of that around the city and, the lower 48.
Right.
But, we were looking over your Facebook, and I noticed you had one of your poses, you were in front of a big, huge 18-wheeler in your bikini, and we looked around. We never seen a shot of polar bear in a thong.
No.
He's on the show with you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. I would like to see that. I think that would be great.
I don't think you want to see that.
I don't want to see. How'd you get along with those guys?
I got along with everybody very well.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I didn't get to meet the polar bear.
Oh.
Oh, my
They were in
God.
Canada, and I really wanted to meet Hugh and Alex.
Yeah.
But, Lisa and I got along very well. She helped me a lot, and it was a lot of fun.
She's not a big conversationalist, is she? Unless she's talking about her animals.
I don't know, actually.
Oh, you didn't meet her either? You met
I
her.
didn't meet her, yeah, but I mean, we talked a lot, actually.
You did?
I think it might have been just us, Tom.
Maybe it was us.
we had her on the show one day. She didn't want to say much. I guess she was distracted, or maybe she just didn't like us.
You beat her interview by saying hello.
Her name is Maya. She's in the season premiere of the Ice Road Truckers Sunday night at 9 on the History Channel.
Thanks
Thank
very
you.
much.
Thank you, guys.